It seems like the new rule is as long as you claim uh, there are militants anywhere, you get to justify any actions that your military commits. Here we have IDF soldiers disguising themselves and then raiding a hospital in the West Bank to kill who they claim to be militants.
Meanwhile, extraordinary images have emerged overnight of Israeli forces, some dressed as Palestinian women and medical staff, who killed 3 Hamas fighters in a raid on a hospital in the West Bank. Alistair Bunkle has the latest from Jerusalem.
Well, it happened very early this morning in the town of Jenin, which is in the north of the occupied West Bank. Has been the scene of a lot of fighting between militants there and the Israeli security forces over the last year and a
Is the IDF actually fighting militants, or are they just killing Palestinian civilians and taking their land, or killing Palestinians trying to defend themselves against Israeli settlers who go out and kill Palestinians in the West Bank and take their land?
bit, but this morning, just before 6 a.m., a number of undercover Israeli security forces, that's both Israeli intelligence but also the IDF, went into a hospital there, disguised as doctors and as patients, and then there's some CCTV footage that shows them very calmly getting out their weapons, poisoning them and walking towards the target. And the target was
I wonder why they disguise themselves anyways. It's not like the IDF is afraid to walk into buildings and just shoot people while wearing their full uniform. They've done it before.
3 men who were in a room on one of the upper floors, who they then shot dead. Various reports suggest that they were asleep at the time, and one report says that one of the men was in a hospital bed as a patient and had a semi-paralyzation and therefore had to be.
Wow, killing a partially paralyzed person and others while asleep. That is pretty crazy.
Given round-the-clock care, but the IDF say that they were planning an imminent October the 7th style terror attack, and that is why they were the target of this operation. I mean, it's an incredibly daring operation. We have seen the IDF and their affiliate security organizations carry out similar attacks before. I can't remember off the top of my head the time when they've done it inside a hospital, though, and that always raises big questions. It's not necessarily out.
Yeah, the big question is, are they going to be charged for their war crime of killing, you know, a person in a hospital, a patient, somebody that is partially paralyzed and receiving medical care?
Outright illegal under international law if they deem that there is a threat that they need to eliminate within that hospital. We've seen that kind of debate rage during the Israel-Gaza conflict. But
I mean, it seems like all they have to do is claim that in a place that is usually off limits to attack during war, all you gotta do is claim that there's a militant in that building and what it's just free to attack.
the fact that they did this so early in the morning and disguised as they were is obviously leading some people to point a finger at the IDF and saying that their tactics are pretty questionable.